Right. Right, a handful of things before I make this video. Yeah. Firstly, I do feel like a mug. Yeah. Secondly, sorry I look like Fagin, state that. Thirdly, share this, but don't let it go wild. I want it to just reach my community of like my pals in Wickham and their pals, and then like, you know, boyfriends of pals. And lastly, don't give me unnecessary praise and stuff like that, because I don't want it to be it's not a publicity stunt. Yeah, I'm not doing this for praise. I'm not a dog. All right. I cut hair. I used to do it full time. Now I do it in my spare time quite a lot, most days, if not every day before lockdown, and for free, Mr. Taxman. Okay, so go away. And you'll be astounded by 3 things that I've experienced during my time of being a barber. One, how many people suffer from mental health issues. 2, the types of, this is important, the types of fellas that suffer from mental health. It's not just the ones you expect. It really isn't, I promise you that. And lastly, how common all the problems that you boys are facing, that you tell me on a day-to-day basis about, how common they are. I mean, a lot of my customers talk to me about their mental health, predominantly because I am openly mentally unwell. I talk about my mental health like it's a cold, because I'm not worried. I'm not worried about people's opinion, and nor should you. And on the flip side to that, you'd be astounded by the amount of fellas that think they're too tough to be affected by mental health issues, which is funny, yeah, because that is like me saying, ISIS, I'm not worried, I'll fight them, I've got a BB gun. You are being foolish, okay? You're behaving foolish, okay? You do not know what life has got for you in store. You might be sound as a pound today and lose your business tomorrow, or your wife, or your children, or your house, or anything, or your health. Anything can happen. You need to be prepared, okay? There's nothing weak about admitting you've got mental health issues. There's nothing weak about me, and I'm very unwell. I have gone through some serious spouts. You just need to ask my missus. You just need to ask my mum or my sister or my brother. They will tell you I have been there, right? There's been a couple of times where I've nearly killed myself, and that's hard for me to say, and it's also going to be very uncomfortable and for my family to hear so publicly, but there you are, right? You need people like this to talk about it. Nothing tough about me at all. I've only just come out of a bad spout of a week of mental health issues, and at one point I was actually on my knees, ready to die type of thing, and now I'm here, smiling at work again. And when you're out of it, you look back and go, nothing weak about me. I just survived the biggest fight of my life. I won. How does that make me weak? Yeah, and that's the mantra we should be taking on. Suicide. Biggest killer of men in the UK, period, right? Outweighs everything, every illness, every disease, everything else, coronavirus, everything. Accidents at work, car accidents, everything. And we're doing nothing about it, nothing at all, apart from sharing Mental Health Awareness Week on Twitter, excuse me, and probably taking some cupcakes into work on Mental Health Awareness Day. Yeah, well done. Let's do something now. Yeah, got a wicked idea. Couple of reasons why people don't want to talk about mental health issues is they don't want to get mugged off by their pals. Yeah, they don't want to get mugged off and laughed at, which us boys, I'm very well known for mugging people off. I'm calling myself out here. This isn't me pointing the fingers. I'm saying we as a collective, especially me, are very good at mugging your pals off at the pub and laughing and mocking each other and laying into each other. It is funny, but I've also been on the receiving end of it, and it is sucky. So I don't really know why I do it, and I have recently tried to swerve mugging everyone off and having a laugh at someone else's expense. Secondly, which is the worst thing as well, is even worse than being mugged off, is having the cold shoulder and your friends pretty much ditching you because you become unwell. If you've ever done that to one of your pals that needed you, you're a prick, okay? Excuse my language, ma, but you lot, if you've done it, you are. And that's as simple as that, right? Your pal needed you and you didn't help him. You're a prick. And lastly, it's because they don't want to be demasculinized by talking about it. They don't want to lose that masculinity, because that's the only thing that's protecting them from their self-esteem and their insecurities. That's the only thing that's protecting them from being even more injured and harmed. So they put this front up. Look at me, I'm hard and manly. Leave me alone. I've got a wicked idea. I've got a wicked idea. Let me and a couple of my pals create an environment so manly and masculine that you could talk about having a vagina and your nipples hurting from breastfeeding and you will still feel manly. Okay? You could come along wearing makeup and a dress and they'll think, look how hard he looks. Right? This is how manly this is going to be. Yeah? What's going to happen is, I'm going to create an environment like a campsite or a bonfire. I don't know. Yeah? Go with it here. Chuck some steaks on the barbie. Have some beers in hand. Maybe even a jazz cigarette or two. Who knows? Who cares? Yeah? It's not a session. There will be a couple of rules in place. You know, it's not a sesh. We're not getting messy. It's a couple of beers to just chill the nerves. And also, no mugging each other. That's a strict one. And yeah, that's a real big one. If anyone sniggles, gnars at any comment, you will have your head taken from your shoulders. Because that is the whole point of this. We're trying to achieve two things in starting a group like this. Is A, we need the people that are suffering in silence to feel comfortable. We're going to learn how to be comfortable with talking about mental health, and to whoever. I mean, I want a variety of men at this group. I want from my pals that are criminals to my pals that are police officers. I want my pals that are businessmen to my pals that are hustlers. I want them all, a variety of men, and we learn to not only be comfortable with approaching anyone like just a chat about your mental health like you would about your tonsillitis. And on the flip side of that, I want you boys that have never suffered mental health issues but you class yourself as a good pal, you should be there. All right, you're more vital than anyone else. You're going to be the ones that are going to learn how to feel comfortable with talking about mental health and change your aspect of it. It's not a weird taboo thing to talk about. It happens. It's just like when we get the clap because we've been sleeping around. We'll talk about that at the pub. Boys, it's itchy. Get me a doormat. Why is that acceptable to say something like that to a group of pals that you hang out with, but I can't come in and go, boys, this is going funny, let's sort it out for me, please. It's ruining my weekend. It's making my week hard. I've had a crap day at work because I think I'm fat. I saw myself in the mirror and now I feel horrible about myself. Why is that not okay, but I can talk about STIs and STDs with you and have a laugh about it? And the most personal and like private things of my life I can share with lads and laugh and enjoy and boost myself up about it, but I can't talk about something that's chewing away at me. Suicide is serious. Yeah, it's a mass murderer, and if this was a mass murderer, that we all know this mass murderer has killed one of our pals or someone we know has been killed by this mass murderer, and we're sat back thinking, allowing him to do it. No, not on my watch. Right? Listen, I know I'm a mug for doing a video like this. I feel silly, but other than sharing a hashtag mental health awareness week, I don't know what else to do. Come on, boys, help me out here. And don't make me look like an idiot, you lot.